What's up, guys? I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers, bringing you your daily hail forecast, sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, American Contractor, and Atlas. Go ahead and check them out in the description to this video. We've got a Kansas City risk today, looking kind of low end, but we're going to talk about it anyways. Hail and wind all possible. Then into tomorrow, there is a bigger risk. Dallas-Fort Worth, you guys are in it. So we're going over the where, when, and why, as well as, all that good stuff about what hail size to expect, etc. So stay tuned for that. And then we've also got a day 3 risk to talk about. That low is going to shift off to the east, and so we've got more storms possible for you guys really anywhere through the east. So we're going to get into all of that in a moment. But first, we've got a guest speaker here today. You guys might know him, and he's going to tell you guys about our 2023 hail forecast. So I'm going to give it over to you.
Hey viewers here, I haven't been on the video in a minute, but I've been busy at work getting the 2023 hail forecast ready. We are doing it in an event on February 23rd. This will be at the Embassy Suites in Denton. If you went to SRC, same place. It's going to be from, I think, about 10 to 3 around. A bunch of great speakers. You got Andrea will be speaking there. Of course, Derek will be giving the forecast. I've been hard at work getting that forecast ready for you guys here for that February 23rd event. And if you can't make that event, don't worry. We will have it at a future time here on a video as well. Obviously, we have a risk going into tomorrow. Storm season may be starting a little bit early. So what do you think? We'll break down what we think will happen here going into the spring. We're in a very active pattern right now. As things start to warm up, obviously more severe weather will coincide with that. What does that have for your spring? We'll break that all down for you guys. I believe this QR code gets you to sign up. I think we are at 84, 85% full already. So seats are filling fast here. Free event. Come check it out. We have other speakers as well. We have the National Weather Service in Fort Worth will be doing a talk. I believe a bunch of our vendors here all doing a talk as well. So should be a great time. Come check it out. It's always a very educational event, and I won't be there, but you'll see all of the work that I've been putting in for this. So hopefully this will be a great time, and hopefully we'll have a very intense spring after the last couple of years. So we'll break down what we're expecting here for this event here coming up next couple days, and even going into next week, it looks like we could see some more events as well. So that gives a little bit of a hint for going into the 2023 forecast. So give Andrea the rest of it, because I honestly haven't looked too much into what's going on here coming up.
All right, sweet. Well, thank you, John. All right, come see us at that forecast, guys. We're looking forward to seeing you all there. Now I'm going into today's weather and then tomorrow's weather, so stay tuned. But for today, we've got this first low that's shifting off to the east. That's going to potentially get us some storms through Kansas City. The main frontal part of that storm is already off to the east, so it's going to be cold storms and, not a ton associated with that, but still a risk nonetheless. Then into tomorrow, that's when this trough is going to get ready to swing through the South Plains, the southeast, and potentially get us some storms. We've warmed up quite a bit through the area, and with this, we're going to see a cold front advancing off through the Mississippi Valley, through the southeast, and then even through the Ohio Valley all the way down into the southeast by Thursday, bringing us multiple rounds of severe thunderstorms. Hail, wind, tornadoes are all on the table for Wednesday and Thursday. So before I get into this graphic, you'll see this QR code here. That is to sign up for a demo or to sign up for our products. If you guys are new to us, you'll see it pop up on the screen every now and then. But if you're new to Hail Trace, we make some maps of these storms. Go ahead and check us out at that QR code there. Current conditions for right now for the Central Plains area is going to be, there's that front first moving through Kansas City. That's going to cool down the air behind it, like I said. We're going to potentially see some storms forming just to the east of Wichita off behind this before it gets even colder. And so those storms might be able to sustain a little bit of life as they track through Kansas and Missouri, bringing some hail, wind, and potential tornadoes. All risks, but it's pretty low end because, look at that, 49 degrees in Kansas City. Not a lot of heat to sustain those storms, but enough to get a couple for today. Then nice and warm through the southeast, 75 in Miami, 71 in Houston, 67 in Dallas, and we'll have a little bit of time tomorrow morning for us to heat up even more before that system tracks through. So for today, there goes those storms just to the east of Wichita, Kansas, with some more forming to the south of Omaha. As those track up eastward, along I-70 here, hitting Kansas City by around 6 p.m., but we're not really maintaining any sort of shape to those storms. So lots of wind possible, as well as maybe a couple of scattered hailstones with any of those isolated storms up to the north. As they continue off that way, we'll see them kind of start to peter out, and then by around midnight, they should be out of your neck of the woods. So for hail, looking very low end, once again, quarters to $50 possible anywhere in that region, but it's probably going to be 1 or 2 storms. So low end for you guys in the Kansas City area to see hail into today. Now that's kind of anticlimactic, but it is what it is. Then into tomorrow, or into today for wind, we'll see a similar risk area, expanding it a little bit, but you know, same deal. Low end storms pretty scattered here and there, so we'll see what we can get out of that. Tornadoes are possible with those supercells that we're seeing forming, but scattered still. Then tomorrow, things are going to pick up a little bit, all right? We're going to see more intensity and coverage on these storms with this cold front that's tracking through. There it goes through central Texas by around 6 p.m. DFW, that's good for you if you guys are looking for hail. You need things to form off to the west. This is going to be a system that blows up pretty quickly, so those initial thunderstorms are likely to start producing big hail right off the bat before they line up and start producing wind. So if this cold front tracks off to your west, there's a higher potential that we could see larger hail early on through DFW. As it tracks off to the east, that's when we'll start to see all risks on the table. Now hail, wind, and tornadoes with a line that forms and any potential isolated cells that linger through the area, all right? And then by 12 p.m. Thursday, it's in full swing through the east, Ohio Valley, all the way down to the southeast along that cold front. Could potentially see severe storms into Thursday. Dry line setup is going to be about the same, all right? So again, west of Dallas, and that's what we're looking at right now. If it stays to the west of Dallas with that cold front and storms initiate along that, while they're moving over, you guys could potentially see some big hail. Then into the Mississippi Valley by Thursday afternoon, same deal, hail is possible, but looking like wind as well once it tracks through that area. So a couple of days of all risks on the table, and I know, you know, we're hail trace, we're hail stalkers here. And that's what this CAPE is potentially going to get us into tomorrow. This is, I mean, late February. That's not a bad amount of CAPE to have on the table here. Convective available potential energy is what CAPE stands for. That's basically just how much lift you can get to sustain those hailstorms in that, you know, cold upper air. So we need to see those higher values, and that's what we have between Dallas and Houston by around 6 p.m. when those storms are forming. As it shifts off to the east, we're seeing it kind of taper off a little bit, and that's expected once those storms line up. We'll see things transition more to a wind risk than a hail risk. It's pretty common with these storms. So by Thursday, we're going to continue to see those storms tracking through, eating up the rest of the energy that they can get out of that, and then tapering off by Friday. Looking at this on our future radar, it's going to be quiet at first. I mean, there we are by 3, 4, 6 p.m. is when we could potentially see storms starting. So I'm going to get a couple of nasty ones forming between Wichita Falls and Dallas here along the 35 corridor. This has the potential to produce our large hail pretty quickly off the bat. It's going to track down to the south and east, hitting Dallas-Fort Worth by around 10 p.m., and then tracking through pretty much, I mean, anywhere from Memphis to Little Rock to Fort Smith. Could be seeing severe storms at this time by 10 p.m. So it's going to be a late night for us in the South Plains as well as the southern Mississippi Valley. Those are going to continue off to the north and the east, now impacting that whole region by Thursday morning, and then we're back for round 3 on Thursday. So for tomorrow's hail forecast, we're putting red on the board. February, I mean, we don't see that kind of high CAPE this time of year that often. So potential to see 2-inch stones through East Texas tomorrow with those initial thunderstorms. Not going to pull the trigger on getting any, you know, high risks out there quite yet. We'll wait till tomorrow. We'll wait to see how things look and what the setup is. But for DFW to Shreveport, that's where the largest hail is likeliest. So watching this area into tomorrow for potentially some large hail. Then as we track off to the east, again, things transition more to wind than hail, so we're going to see those hail sizes tapering off. Memphis and Paducah, and Nashville as well. You guys have a low-end chance to continue seeing some severe hail into tomorrow afternoon as those storms truck along. But really, if you are west of Little Rock and east of like Wichita Falls, that's where we're going to have the highest probability to see lots of storm coverage as well as the most storm intensity, large hail is possible, tornadoes, as well as damaging straight line winds. So there's your hail graphic for tomorrow. Take a look. And then into wind, we're going to see a pretty similar risk area and, moderate chances pretty much across the board. Initially, it's going to be those supercell winds and potential for tornado risks near the Dallas-Fort Worth-Shreveport area. Then once things line up a little bit, still keeping that moderate risk for Little Rock and Memphis all the way into Nashville, but now it's going to be more for damaging straight line winds. Paducah, you guys also have a chance for tomorrow. So could we see a big hail event into tomorrow for Texas? I mean, it's possible. We saw one last year. February 4th got a crazy hailstorm for Dallas-Fort Worth last year. And so, I mean, it's in the cards. We'll see what we can get. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Here's currently what our most at-risk cities are for tomorrow's hail chances. So DFW and Shreveport, I think you two are at this time the pick cities to see large hail into tomorrow. Again, could be up to 2 inches. So watching you two specifically, then things taper off a little bit once we get more towards Fort Smith and Little Rock. And then Memphis and Nashville, not out of the question, but a lower end chance for you guys as well. So that's tomorrow. Could be a busy day for us at the Hail Trace crew. And then into Thursday, things are going to continue for us. Now look at the sheer span of that system as it tracks through the east. I mean, this is going to be a pretty long north to south cold front, and so we have the potential to see storms all the way along it from Ohio all the way into Mississippi. So there we are by Thursday at 6 p.m. with that chance for severe storms. Going to continue slowly off to the east, and then it's going to taper off a little bit on Friday for us. So for your Thursday chance, again, it's going to be a pretty expansive risk here, all the way from the Great Lakes down into the Gulf Coast. Could see mostly wind, potential tornadoes, and then hail is probably the lowest threat for Thursday, whereas tomorrow it could be one of the higher end threats. So there you go. I got a pretty intense little system setting up for us for midweek. We'll see what we can get out of that. Stay tuned to our forecasts here. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Hit see first on Facebook so you never miss a live video. And then I'm going to go live on TikTok today and tomorrow to talk about the forecast as well. And you can ask questions there, and it's a little more interactive. So go ahead and follow us at Hail Trace on that. Then if you want to get in contact with us, you can call us at 855-334-4245. You can also email us if you'd rather at hailtrace.com, or check out hailtrace.com for more details. And again, we have those QR codes. You guys can go ahead and scan if you're new and want a demo, or if you want to sign up. We also have a link in the description. So go ahead and get in contact with us. Say hello, and we'll be happy to help you out. But we'll be back tomorrow with more of your severe weather risk updates. And for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.